Hello everyone and welcome back to Voidspace Alpha. My name is Ollie and today we're continuing with our Rome 2 Total War playthrough and we are working our way through fighting off the Spartan grip on Hellas. Massive thank you so far to the, massive thank you to the 6,300 people so far that have subscribed to the channel. That is truly amazing. That's a number I never thought I'd be saying out loud. Ironically, I had some videos scheduled for this week that they've all just kind of run out, but I've been, because I was block recording them, I was saying thanks so much for the 3,000 whatever subscribers, and you guys have just absolutely knocked it out the park. So if you are one of those subscribers, please comment down below saying I'm a subscriber from the pre-6,000 days. That would be truly amazing. Right, I need to convert one of these barracks here. Looks like we're going to get a Field of Mars with some Hastati, because we need to rebuild these legions. Annoyingly, we've lost quite a lot of our good quality troops. Not necessarily in the 7th Legion, but definitely in the 2nd and the 8th. So yeah, I'm going to move this legion down here to support Larissa. Now, we do own all of Macedonia here, so that's pretty cool. We need to convert Macedonian settlement to us. The main settlement is going to be the best way to get a garrison. And this is the colonial garrison is going to be the better one. So I think that's kind of it at the moment. Are there any forces that require upgrading that took part? No. So yeah, if you didn't watch the previous episode, we effectively traded man for man with a huge Spartan garrison in Pella. But luckily we were able to just overcome them purely through strength of numbers, and 3 of our legions have been more than decimated. They've been, yeah, just wiped out in terms of half of the strength, really. I need to remember to take this guy off of forced march. There we go. And I believe everything else is fine. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. So let's end the turn here and see what happens. Okay, so Galatia has declared war on us. I don't know if they're a Spartan ally or not, but we are going to march on Athens, sorry, very shortly. Now, I believe Larissa, yeah, has just got the Field of Mars, which will allow us to bring these legions back up to full strength. And I think I'm going to start with this legion here because they are going to be my attacking legion. Although saying that, there are a lot of units to choose from here. I think I'm just going to go for some Hastati. Yeah, a lot of units, sorry, to choose from the mercenary pool. Let's bring... Yeah, Pella's probably going to be fine with that garrison. Let's bring down a 3rd legion into Larissa. Can they recruit? They can get a couple of units on this turn, and we could spend the rest of the money converting all of the other buildings that we need to here. I am going to get a 2nd Field of Mars, but that's because one of them is going to become an auxiliary camp and the other one is going to become a manipular barracks. I don't believe I need that. I definitely do not need that. And I don't need that. So I'm going to delete those buildings, leave myself with 1,500, and that will be plenty for us to be able to buy some extra buildings and some extra units next turn. So let's end the turn once again. Oh, those Galatians are moving in. A noble death. I have no idea what legion that was from, but we are going to get somebody of good stock. And it's always worth having a look at these 0 cost guys, because usually you can find one that's got some good stats, like -1 to corruption, 20% public order penalties, minus 20% public order penalties for presence of foreign culture. So that's pretty great. What legion was that? Yeah, it was Larissa, so there is going to be a lot of foreign culture here. I am going to get a temple, and I'm going to get an aqueduct and some industry. We have the auxiliary barracks working up. Now, auxiliary barracks, I didn't realise until this playthrough, it looks like they provide auxiliary units based on the province that they're in. So I probably want to not recruit that many more units. And yeah, let's merge these guys up, get rid of that. I want to get rid of those equites. So I like the idea of taking allied cavalry with us. We'll upgrade that unit, sure. And we'll leave those guys at 17, these guys at 18. And we'll get a few interesting units added into our army. We have an announcement here. Some fool has been caught defacing the Temple of Jupiter. Yeah, we've got to hand him over. Who's this guy here? Servius, who's a general. We're going to give him 2% morale for all of his guys, 2 public order in his local province, and let's have a look, 5% melee attack skill for all sword-armed units. Well, that's a good bonus for all Romans. How are we doing on the house here? So the House of Julia is still the majority, 61% influence, 304 out of 500 senators, 15% research rate, 2 public order, 10% tax bonus, and 15% morale for all land battles. Currently at war with slaves, Galatia, and Sparta. So Galatia, yeah, they look like they've got quite the sizable hold, actually. So I'm going to go to Pella. I'm going to hire... am I? No, I'm not. I'm going to wait for that auxiliary barracks and even get the manipular barracks going, I think. So let's just wait again. We'll stockpile a bit of cash, that's fine. We have got 2 turns until that auxiliary barracks is done. Numidia would like a defensive alliance and they're at war with Carthage. I'm going to say no. Sorry, Numidia. We have improved plumbing, which was a piece of research we were working towards. But that does give us minus 5% building cost if we get the dioptra. I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation of these words. The Marcomanni have been completely destroyed, and war has been declared against the Adani and the Ternaditenti, which I think are Spanish clans, and I know for a fact I have just butchered the pronunciation of all of those things, and that's fine. Right, so we have 1 more turn for the auxiliary camp. We are going to get a manipular barracks also. We will get something here temple-wise that gives us a lot of Latin culture. So the best we can get is +4 public order, but +2 Latin culture. This one gives me +2 public order and +3 Latin culture. What's the deficit on that? -1 food. Yeah, let's get the Shrine of Neptune. And I just want to have a quick look through all of my other provinces to see if there are any expansions. And there is. There is Magna Graecia has an expansion here, where we can get a pit mine. Italia has no expansions. Illyria has no expansions. Patavium has no expansions. We're also looking for the red arrows here, which is only Thracia at the moment. Which we only own Navios. And we don't have the desired temple, but we'll probably fix that by placing a Germanic legion up there. Anyways, where do we get to? Macedonia, Corsica and Sardinia, Provincia, Thracia, and these guys are fine. Rete, Noria, which we've got Coria here. Yeah, and 69% culture, Latin culture, which is pretty good. Pretty good. What's the Latin culture like over here? Well, it's actually 68% Punic, or sorry, Hellenic, and Latin is the one that's rising, 27.2%. I wonder if we've got Carthage won over to a lot of Latin culture. We do, 68%, and I'm guessing Rome, yeah, 100% Latin. All of these areas will be very close to 100% as we've expanded outwards. Now, we had an area, Thracia, that is experiencing a bit of not great times. So I'm going to hire a general. 2 cultural conversion. That sounds very useful, actually, considering where he is going to be garrisoned. We'll put him on horseback. He is going to reduce the public order deficit to a -2, but probably even better if we recruit some Riorii spears, and he will just be like a garrison force there until we are ready to actually recruit some decent units. That auxiliary barracks is only one turn away, so let's grab some more food producing structures here. We can upgrade these towns. That's all of our money spent, so hopefully we'll make good on that investment. We'll end the turn again. So they declared war on me, and now they want to offer me a thousand gold basically for a peace treaty. I'll take it. That's fine. That's the most cost-effective war I have been part of. Sparta, I can't take it, unfortunately. Sparta, I mean, that is a lot of gold, but I can't take it purely because I'm planning on taking your lands. Right, one of the other parties has organised a banquet in your capital, threatening your hegemony. How do you react? We could forbid or break. We could attend. I think just attend it. That seems to be the right thing to do. Right, so auxiliary barracks is going to give us auxiliary hoplites, auxiliary citizen cavalry, peltasts, I believe, which are just like really decent javelin men. And by really decent javelin men, I mean, you know, they're okay javelin men. I'm going to recruit 2 auxiliary cavalry into that legion. Now, this legion's got space for 3 units. In fact, 4, if I get rid of that random Hastati. And I'm going to recruit 2 citizen cavalry into here, and probably 2 auxiliary hoplites as well. I love the idea of the auxiliary infantry, but they are just cheap. You know, they're just cheap infantry to stock fill. We've got 2 more turns to go on the manipular barracks. We're going to continue to pump a load of investment into Macedonia, which coincidentally, Macedon doesn't own any settlements in now, because we completely own Macedonia, which we got without going to war with Macedonia, which I quite like. So that's all of our money spent once again. We're going to see how that recruitment goes. I didn't check Navios's... God, what was I looking? Public order, but I'm sure it's fine. Macedon would like a trade agreement with us, so Macedon's going to survive for a while. That's going to create some relations between the both of us. Yeah, the rival banquet, we got +5 senators and 10 loyalty because we attended the banquet. That turned out pretty well. Right, we do have 1 more recruitment to fill there. Saying that, you know, we've got a lot of Hastati here. But I'm just wondering if I just bin off 3 of them. Can I get 3... I mean, what's the Hastati run at? 333, 618 for a hoplite. Yeah, that's all going to be recruited in the same turn, so that's fine. We've got some equites here that have now been fully manned. Just checking how many units I can recruit. Okay, so we can get... I'm going to wait on that one because I do want the manipular barracks. No, I just want to find an area that has a manipular barracks so I can have a look at it. The next one up from a manipular barracks is the cohort barracks. And that gives us the first cohort, the Praetorians, and it gives us basically the next troops down as a garrison. So, yeah, this one provides 4 Hastati as garrison. This one will provide 2 Hastati and 2 Principes as a garrison. So it gives you a few upgraded troops for the garrison. Now, that being said, I did want to raise another legion, but I don't think I'm going to, just because of costings. I mean, how many armies can I recruit? There is a limit, isn't there? So we're actually 1 army away from maximum and 3 fleets away from maximum. So I think we're doing pretty well at the moment. You are going to get the upgrade treatment there, and there's no reason for me to recruit anything more here, because there's no external threats. Other than the Riorii spearmen that I currently have. The town provides a garrison of Principes, Riorii, 2 plebs and 2 levies. So that's a decent sized garrison to at least inflict a decent amount of casualties on anyone that might take it. And it's not a province we particularly care about because we don't fully own the region. In fact, Macedonia owns the region. The rest of it, that is. So yeah, we could sell it to Macedonia, but you know, it's land and we're Roman, so why would we do that? Right, we're going to give one more turn for this recruitment to finish up. Macedonia would like a defensive alliance and they'll pay us 990. So it's the first time I've actually been tempted by that. I think I'll take it, Macedonia. I think that's the first alliance in this game I will take. Just because of their positioning, they can protect us from the tribes on the Danube. 5,800 from Sparta. I can't take it. I mean, it's a lot of gold. I just can't bring myself to take it. Not going to take the defensive alliance from Numidia because I just don't need it. But now we have 3 fully manned legions with auxiliary units contributing as well. We've got auxiliary Celtic light cavalry here in this one as well. Larissa, what's your public order like if I take the military out? Military presence is giving plus 11. So they're probably still going to be fine after the fact. Auxiliary camp, what does this one unlock? It unlocks the auxiliary cavalry and auxiliary Tarentine cavalry. That sounds very useful. Let's go for that. I am going to lay siege to... Well, let's have a look at Athens first. They've got, I'm guessing that's a full 20 stack. It is, plus 11, plus 4, so that's 33, 30... Is it? No, wait, hang on. 31, 35, yeah, 35 units. God, math bad. Brain sleepy. Right, I knew that would be the case in terms of deployed strength, so I'm just going to surround them and bring in Legion 5 and the 2nd Legion to support. So it's Legion 8, Legion 5 and Legion 2. Just out of curiosity, yeah, it gives us a much better chance of winning. Oh, I just retreated my army off. Yeah, no, we are going to continue the siege. But what I want to do is see if I can siege them out, right? And I'm going to continue to pump a load of investment into Macedonia purely because I am so curious. Where did I just put that? In Pella? Yeah, that's where I want the military ships. Over here, I would like the trade ships. So that'll be the harbour. The aqueduct can be upgraded to a water tank. That's a lot of money spent, and we will see if they sally out to attack us, the Spartans, that is. I've never actually tried starving people out of a siege and trying to whittle their forces down through attrition. I don't know if that's going to be worse for me than it is for them. Never tried it before. So I'm guessing they're going to lose strength of their unit. They've lost nothing of the strength of their units. Except their city's a bit on fire. Don't know if that's relevant. I am definitely taking attrition because there's a little red skull. Does it tell me how many turns they can hold out for? Ah, right, yes, surrender in 9 turns. Okay. Guessing that's quite long because they have a port. Let's continue to pump so much investment into Macedonia that it could potentially become the new capital. And end turn. Macedon would like military access. We're allies. Sure. I think I just paid them 100 for the privilege, though. I think they might also be at war with Sparta, so I shouldn't have done that, actually, because they might take the last Spartan area. Oh, they'd like to become a client state. Now that is interesting because that means that they effectively become a vassal state of ours. That is very, very interesting. We could make clients of the Spartans. Oh, and we're going to get 2 grand. I mean, the money's sort of immaterial. Yeah, no, I can't take it. I'm so sorry, Spartans, but I want to own your lands directly. They're just too close to Rome for me to not own directly. Now, I'm wondering if I can just nip down here and take Sparta as is. Oh, I think my guys are diseased. Yes, they are. There is an entrenched army here. I'm not going to force you to watch this battle because it's going to be a bit of a whitewash. We're going to be left with 84% of our forces. Let's just occupy Sparta. We can convert these buildings. Who's occupying Crete? Knossos. Okay, well they're going to have to get invaded at some point. These guys have unlocked a new skill, which is fantastic. 2% morale for all units. 2 public order. We know exactly what we're getting. Sword-armed infantry. Can I continue to pump investment into Larissa, or should I pump some into Rome itself? I think Rome deserves a bit of, sorry, Italia deserves a bit of investment. Now, can I get you back out? I can't, so wonder what the balance of power is like here. Oh, it's actually massively against us now. So, what I'm thinking is I can retreat back to Larissa with these 2 legions. They're well defended in Larissa. And in fact, Larissa will have a pretty good garrison of 10 on its own, so that's 30 units. So I'm going to retreat this one back to here, if possible. Not possible because I have to go round, but could still potentially cause an issue for the Spartans. So what I'm hoping is that they'll pop out, attempt to attack me, and I can defeat them in the field, and then the siege will be much easier. So we've got the Spartans down to 1. Yep. Okay, this is going to be problematic. So my objective here, we've got 2,284 troops who are suffering from disease. 20% morale and causes unit attrition against 2,920. We're going to fight this on the battlefield. And what I'm hoping to do here, because it's such a one-sided balance, I mean, I'm going to try for a win, but realistically, I just want to inflict as many casualties as humanly possible. That would be a win in itself. And the 2nd Legion will earn honour, even if they die to a man. Because that's what happens when you siege towns and the units fail. That Legion will be no more and will be reinstating its legacy before the episode is out. Okay, luckily we do get to actually defend a town. This is the area that needs defending. Did we have... Yes, we had some hoplites. The enemy is going to be approaching from this direction. So let's get you all into hoplite formation. Phalanx up, boys. Let's get some velites here. We'll go flaming shot. And we're going to double stack our missile troops like so. Principes, I'm guessing the next most dangerous area is going to be there. I don't know if they can get down these little streets, which means the least most dangerous area is going to be here. Let's pull that one off. Like so. They can do an attacking testudo. Can you get into an interesting formation in your testudo, though? It's not really a defensive testudo, is it? Oh, we could put them on fire at will as well, which we should definitely do for all of our Hastati. Right, so, and then I've got a few... Let's fill in the gaps here. In between the hoplites. Right, let's move our cavalry out of the way, actually. These are going to be our harassment troops. So we've got some more Hastati here. Again, fill in the gaps. Like so. How close to here can I get with these Hastati? About there. So we can cover the side gap and whatnot. And yeah, I'm just going to try and cheese this. We'll have a little reserve in the centre. Yeah, that's not looking particularly straight. My OCD is going a bit nuts. There we go. Right, so we're just going to hold the market. In fact, we will put the general in the centre as well, just for the morale boost. And these are our auxiliary citizen cavalry, which we will put right on the edge of our deployment zone. Put them on a control group, actually, because they are going to head out and wait for the main armies to meet, purely because I want to do some harassing. So they are sending their cavalry over to me, which is absolutely fine. Let's send one unit in, one unit round. See if we can envelop these citizen cavalry. Okay, let's go and get engaged. Oh, they have done some serious damage to that cavalry already. We're down to 61. They're on 75. Hopefully both of those units will cause some problems for that one cavalry unit there, and we'll be left with something that's a usable force for harassing their skirmishing troops. They have another citizen cavalry here, which I'm hoping will run into our phalanx. Oh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, they're not enjoying that. They're getting a morale debuff for the flaming shot. How is this going over here? 58. And yeah, one of my cavalry units is taking a bit of a battering. 54 though, they're now down to. Now, if the mainstay of their force attacks in one area, we can just bring these wings out. There used to be like a drawing mode on here. I think it's only available in multiplayer, but yeah, we could bring this force out here and this force out here, and the reserves can reinforce the front line. It all depends on where they attack from. Their citizen cavalry is wavering, which is splendid to see. Furious to 2D Tannis, our general, is he's just, you know, doing his thing, chilling. Let's move our horses back up. They are active, they are not fresh. All of these forces are fresh. And it looks like our missile troops are going to open up on these hoplites as they come in. Maybe not inflicting a casualty, but definitely inflicting some morale penalties, trying to balance that morale issue, because we are reeling from disease. Now I can bring my cavalry down here because it looks like their missile units are going to potentially be left out once all of the phalanx hit in. I'm going to absolutely surround this citizen cavalry. If you give me an opportunity like that, I am going to take it. And I think, yeah, this is going to be the main area. So let's get 2 more Hastati up there. And let's bring the levies back slightly. Ever so slightly. Right, they have got Spartan pikemen guarding the rear. So yeah, we just need to inflict enough casualties to make this a winnable battle. So yeah, I did say if they've committed their forces over there, I am going to pull these out on the flanks, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm keeping a couple of units away from the front line just by virtue of having my cavalry here, which I need to keep keeping an eye on. Right, how's the general doing? Do you need to inspire anyone? This Hastati has taken an absolute battering. Give them a cheeky inspire. You guys get stuck into those. And I'm wondering if I can just start pushing down here. What does attacking Testudo give me? Protection against missiles but limited speed. I don't think I'm going to need protection against missiles. What I think I'm going to need is just a decent charge into these Spartan hoplites. That was a very good peeler throw. Marvellous. This cavalry must be going down soon. They're down to 30 men. And we've got a flanking attack on their main assault here, which is going to alleviate the pressure on the front line. Luckily we kept some reserves there. Now there's not much point in swinging these around because they are front facing us if we were to go in and attack. Come on, push through. Don't let them get away. Don't let them get away. Right, now attack. Yeah, another Spartan pikeman moving up.
The men are wavering.
Right, who's wavering? Pause. Have I got an inspire? I do not. But my general is nearby. Let's get him a little bit closer. Get him involved if we can. That hoplite has held quite well, all things being considered. Okay, we're not going to be able to hold off every single one of them, but I can bring back my missile troops. There we go. Right, now, they're not attacking us from this side. So bring these units into the front line, that's what I say. Now these Helot slingers are causing us some problems. There's some Spartan hoplites here. If they decide to make anything that looks even remotely like an engaging move into our cavalry, we're going to have to call off the charge. But luckily we've separated the slingers from the main body. Right, push through, push through, push through. Yeah, those hoplites are attempting to chase us down, but we are going to push through. And we caused a rout, or at least wavering on one of them, yet now they're broken. Right, attack these guys. We're far enough away that these Spartan hoplites have not aggroed us. Okay, we've got some more units wavering from the enemy side here. I mean, there is just a huge weight of number into this wall. But we can continue to just pound them. I need to be very vigilant for when units are wavering our side. Okay, hit these Spartan hoplites here. Yeah, these Helots are going to die before these Spartan hoplites get here. That's fine. Pull out of the town. Yep. So those slingers are gone completely. I want them to come all the way back round. Keep microing this fight over here. Get these perioikoi. Or actually these Spartan pikemen, those perioikoi are already off. And you know what, let's change from the fire arrows to the standard shot now. Let's start trying to inflict some serious casualties rather than just morale debuffs. Now if they'd have just sent one unit round flanking, that would have been it, game over for me. But we dealt with the cavalry over there, nothing came over here which allowed us to swing round, and we are harassing with our cavalry. Now, they're still not completely clear if we'll win this or not, so I'm going to chase down any surviving sort of slingers and stuff with my dudes. Right, we've got a wavering unit over here. Just going to pause that quickly. Are they wavering or are they fleeing? They're wavering. So inspire them with the general. Okay, that did not help. So look, it doesn't look like we're going to win, but we are absolutely going to inflict some serious casualties. Can I pull in another charge over here against these Helot slingers? Is that possible? Hit the guys of the wavering. Yeah, those Helot slingers are going to go down. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shame.
Yeah, I know we're not going to win this fight. And that's fine. We just need to keep people alive long enough to inflict serious casualties and kill as much as we can. Yeah, the line is breaking.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Let's bring everyone back. Well, by everyone I mean the general, naturally. Right, our cavalry is just cutting down units to make sure that they don't regroup and rally. Our infantry is being surrounded and butchered to a man. And our skirmishers are in skirmish mode. Look at the absolute carnage down here. It's been an absolute bloodbath for both sides. More so the Romans, naturally. But that's okay. We knew that a success here was going to look like losing as little as possible. I want to rally these levies. And I want them to just continue to inflict as many casualties as they can in their skirmish mode. Let's pull our general back.
This is a shameful display.
Yeah, our cavalry is just making sure they write off as much of the enemy as they can prior to us throwing in the towel. They are going to capture the town square. That's fine. That was expected. General can come and chill with the auxiliary cav. Saying that, he should probably just chill with the levies, actually. Yeah, mercenary Thoros spearmen, they're not going to be phalanx. They're going to move quite quickly, actually. Right, they really want to chase my levies. And you know what? Levies, get stuck in. Throw all your spears at those guys. Can I get the general broken off here before that hoplite gets in? I can, and I can probably get these mercenary Cretan archers, which they would be a prize to kill. But I think my general's about to go down in a blaze of glory. Anyone that's used all your ammunition, go and get stuck in. We've got some Perioikoi pikemen here that's going to write off our citizen cav. So yeah, look at this. We held that front line, I think, incredibly well, all things considered, against phalanx. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. We knew this legion was going to get defeated.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
And it's just a case of causing as many casualties as possible. Might even be better to do it with a cycle charge. General's fallen, so we are going to surrender in no time. Get your spears chucked into those Thoros spearmen, or Theros spearmen. They're down to 79.
Our men flee the field of battle.
That's to be expected. Right, let's charge these pikemen. Ooh, we took a few casualties there. That's okay. See if we can get back and cycle charge them again. Just throw your sticks at them. Yeah, we're doing good against those. I mean, we're killing mercenaries, so we're actually helping their economy. But the mercenary Cretan archers are, yeah, they're going to be problematic, to say the least. Yeah, the citizen cavalry have given up. I don't blame you, lads. Run off into the hills, and so have the levies and the velites. A close defeat, though. I'll take a close defeat. We lost 1,700 men. We forced them to pay 1,244. And yeah, some of our units traded very well there, all things considered. They had disease, they were underpowered. Yeah. But the most important thing is we made them pay very dearly for that. We have a legion stationed in the hills and another legion that's able to come and continue the siege. Was that just slaves I just saw pop up in North Africa? It was. Yeah, interesting. Right, let's have a look and see what this is all about. We have some sort of event. When the rabble speaks, the leadership must listen. The people call for purity in their politicians. An end to the lining of the pockets at the cost of Rome's glory. We could reach a compromise. There we go. Right, Pella's fine. And we will be, as soon as we've got that second auxiliary upgrade, we will be recruiting that legion back up to full strength. We can get 2 armor upgrades on our cavalry units in Larissa, and we can send that army down to lay siege here. They do have 15 units in garrison, a unit outside the walls, and a small fleet of 7 units. But that being said, we are now looking at fighting another battle here, which we are going to encircle. And just to top it off, we're going to reinstate the legacy of the 2nd Legion with at least a semi-decent general. Legion 2, reinstate in Larissa. It's like nothing happened at all. I'm going to want 4 units of auxiliary cavalry. I love designing a legion. 3 Triarii, 3 Principes, and we'll come back and do the rest afterwards. So yeah, I think that is where we're going to leave it for today's episode. We've really put the screws to the Spartans. We haven't actually taken any land off of them. I mean, we did take Sparta, but they took it back immediately. That was for tactical reasons. We've got the money to restock the 2nd Legion, and we inflicted as much casualties as we could. We do have Legion 7 now sieging Sparta with a decent chance to win. They're trapped inside the city with disease, so I think that's actually gone quite well. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you would have done this differently. Let me know where you would like me to invade next. Let me show you the map currently of what we have in terms of holdings. Obviously, areas that I want to reunite are areas where I have one or not the entire province. So yeah, it's probably, you know, this little German area here on the border of Magna Germania. I was going to say Magna Grecia, but that's down here. Magna Germania, and then obviously, yes, Hellas as well, which is going to bring us into conflict with Crete at some stage. We've got Macedonia as a client state as well, which really does help. Not a client state, sorry, a defensive ally. So yeah, that does help. Yeah, popping up on your screen now will be some other videos that I hope you enjoy. Please do check them out. Let me know what you think. And until next time, bye for now.